It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's all up next.
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Great to have you with us in this primetime battle. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Under the lights, we'll be putting in the spotlight the running backs. These are two teams, Greg, with backs who can tote it and carry it and make guys miss. But they're going to give us a fun old-school game on the ground here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, Mike, because, I mean, how many of these games have you and I done where we start out saying, all right, the quarterbacks, the wide receiver, these two electric passing games, that's how these offenses are built. But now we have a little bit of a throwback, and for two teams that unapologetically say, we are going to run our offense through the running back position, we don't see that so often anymore. So for two guys like us that understand and appreciate the legacy and the history of this game, I think it's kind of fun.
The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing right away is Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's caught. Travis Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
Whoa! Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Now a 3rd and 2. They put Kelsey in motion. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to be third down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelce. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
On third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along, but that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. It's second down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Right back to him on first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throwing now, Daniels. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll do so with 1st and 10. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Up the middle they go. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Two first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got it at about the 8. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Throwing again, Daniels. It is brought in the end zone. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Gonzalez now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Commanders extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Mahomes. Looking middle. He's got Kelsey. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So after 1, it's the Commanders with the early lead. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a give on the ground, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Up until that run, this 1st half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, He's just attacking it and breaking it up.
Mahomes now to throw. On second, that's over the middle and intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Now Daniels. He'll get this out wide, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
From the gun, here's a handoff. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll throw with Daniels. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Throwing is Daniels. He'll get this complete to Gallup. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Play action. Here's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he will have the Commanders' first down by about a yard, so they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun on third. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And their lead will stay right where it is.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
Motion man is Rice. A first down throw for Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Throwing from the gun. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Luvu. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Open man, right side, he's got it. And the Commanders are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He's got his big tight end. Ben Sinnott, touchdown Washington. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Commanders move out to a 21-3 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chiefs offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They put Kelsey in motion. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here with Pacheco. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down, and here comes 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He'll push forward for about a yard. George Karlaftis there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get this ahead Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Throwing now, Daniels. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Third down, 3 to go. Throwing is Mahomes. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock, catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put Kelsey in motion. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. This one is caught by Gallup. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. One final throw before the break. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. So here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing And now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The third quarter begins with a run. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Now Daniels. He'll get this complete to Gallup. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll throw with Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're going to try to keep it going. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They put Kelsey in motion. 1st down throw, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They put Kelsey in motion. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They put Kelsey in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. This caught right side by Worthy.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Down the field, he's got Kelsey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That one, take it in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. Motion man is Rice. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Throwing right, it's taken in. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Here's Daniels. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Daniels to throw on second down. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. John Bates. Touchdown, Commanders.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now Gonzalez to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. Here's Xavier Worthy and his Kansas City teammates getting set for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with first and 10. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Second down and 3. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Play action here. Mahomes. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Motion man is Rice. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. That one caught by Smith. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. He's got his man, the rookie from Florida. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Butker now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Chiefs are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll have a Commander's first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Daniels now going to look to throw. Samuel has it working the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Second down and 8. Throwing is Daniels. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Look him up on a second down and 8. Play action. Here's Daniels. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Motion man, set right. Uh-oh. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
1st and 10 for Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. A gain there of 11. First down, KC.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Gray is the motion man here. First down throw, Mahomes. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. He's got another one. his second touchdown of the evening. The game-tying touchdown here in the fourth quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The visitors' offense. And their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. to be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Mahomes now on 2nd down. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Mahomes now out of the gun here on 3rd down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick six changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
Important spot here for the Commanders as they will go for 2. To throw is Daniels. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. A play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He keeps it himself. And the Chiefs have got a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
He is in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. This becomes a big spot here for the Chiefs. They will indeed go for 2. Here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second and 6 coming up. They'll throw with Daniels. Quick throw, taken in. The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here's 1st down. Daniels gonna throw again. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
The offense having a tough time with this noise. It's 3rd and 6. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. Now, on 2nd and long. Oh. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll run here. And now the timeout is called, so 5 seconds left. And a field goal would send us to overtime. So now, a big spot coming here. This to force overtime. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one, he's gotta have. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. This taken just shy of the goal line. And And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Austin Eckler now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Looking to Samuel on the out route. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Daniels now going to look to throw. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Play action. Here's Daniels. Samuel has it working in the middle. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To the air again is Daniels. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Throwing again, Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Washington.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the 1st down.
On play action, Daniels. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's 2nd and 2. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing is Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. He'll turn and hand this one off. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs' offense ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now a 1st throw here in overtime. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
They simply just don't have an answer for this guy defensively, Mike. I mean, regardless of who they put on him in man coverage or the type of zone coverage they try to capture him with, they simply can't slow him down, and we've already seen it here today. A fair share of big plays through the air, a couple of which have gone for touchdowns. He's had a couple nice blocks in the run game. I mean, he's really having as well-rounded and complete game that a receiver can have in the NFL, and until they prove they can slow him down, I would just keep giving him more opportunities.
Throwing is Mahomes. That's to Kelsey on the tight end screen. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball, but let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. And that one incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd and goal. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Gotta have it right here to extend this overtime. 4th and goal. Now Mahomes. And it's intercepted. That ought to seal it. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, good night from Kansas City.